Hello, my brothers and sisters in bonsai! Today I'm going to do the second styling on this juniper I bought 5 years ago for €100 from City Council Garden Center / junkyard, where most of the trees are barely surviving. And this tree and the other one, even bigger juniper than this one, were there sentenced to death, laying on a big pile of junipers without the pots, and their outer roots were slowly drying out. These junipers were previously growing in a city in large concrete pots. They were neglected by the city council, as is usually the case, and their concrete pots were full of trash because people were getting rid of their cigarette butts in there. The root ball was full of broken glass pieces and other disgusting stuff. The tree looked like this when I got it, and like this when I untangled the root ball. I planted it in a pure zeolite in a plastic tub, and for the next 3 years I was trying to nurture it back to health. Only then I tried to do the first styling, and this is how the tree looked before first styling and after the first styling. And then again I left the tree to grow freely for the next 2 years. But before we start the styling itself, I would like to talk a bit about planning the shape of the tree before the styling. And here the talent for drawing comes in very handy. Thank God I am very talented when it comes to drawing. I know more about drawing than anyone. I know everything about drawing. So, first of all, you draw the trunk, and then the crown. And you can buy these cool hats that I made myself too, only for €100. So before we go through the branches with the scissors, let's have a look at this tree. One of the coolest things about styling a juniper is the amazing smell of it. I love it. At the first styling I was hesitant if I'm going to keep these bottom branches, because I thought I'm only gonna use this part of the crown and I finish it somewhere around here. But now I'm very happy I kept it. It grew nice and strong, and I'm going to use for the lowest bottom branch. And I'm going to start this pruning with exactly these lower branches. As we can see, there's a branch growing straight from the junction. If you watch my videos, you already know what to do with it. And as well at the bottom. I need to go from the other side to see all this new growth and this juvenile foliage that grows from the crotch of the branches. We don't need these. I'm basically just cleaning up the remaining branches, and I'm only leaving the growth foliage at the tips of the branches. So it's going to be easier to wire them and lay out them into the nice paths. So I got this bottom part done, and I'm continuing up the tree. If you got a branch like this where all the growth is growing downwards or upwards, when you be wiring the tree and positioning the branches, you just turn it around. Once there was this boy who got into an accident and wouldn't come to school and ran. He finally came back. His Hair has turned from black into bright red. Jesus, I have so many talents. But singing isn't one of them. Old Japanese proverb says that the foliage that is being removed from the tree is angry with the man who's removing it, and then in return it will disclose his secret thoughts that he had when he was removing it. But I think it's a lot of crap. Okay, so now branches have been cleaned and are ready for wiring. But I want to show you this part. It's quite straight, and I was worried that at first wiring I should have bended it a bit more and put a bigger bend in here. But since this part is basically going to be covered by this branch, I will leave it as it is. Now I'm going to try to lay out the butt. I need to spread it out a bit more. This will do for the bottom part, and this will be merged. With these ones, and I'm going to make a bigger pad from these. To get a better access to this branch, I'm going to wire these branches like this upwards, and I tie them together. So I just gently tie them up together. Now I have better access to this branch. Now to finish off the top and make it nice and round, it's usually the most difficult thing for many people, and for me as well. So to make it nice and round, I have to look it from there, and I see that these two branches, no matter how I wire them, they always will be a little bit too far outside of the silhouette of the top of the tree. So I'm cutting these two branches off, and I use these smaller branches to finish off the top, and these branches from the back I will use for the very top of the tree. But first of all, I will move this branch a bit lower. I bend it a bit. Alright, so it looks like the last wire has been applied, and now I just move these top branches into positions. And you always have to look at the tree from all sides when you're doing this to avoid bald spaces. I'm not showing you precise wiring of every branch. There are better teachers on the internet for that. I'm sure you know all of them or most of them, and they will show you exactly how to lay out the paths on the juniper bonsai. Most of the things that I know I learned from Harry Harrington's amazing books that I also translated to Slovakian language. And Bjorn Bjornholm has amazing video he published recently where he explains exactly how to lay out these pads. I'm not very good at it, I know. I'm still learning myself. It's not often that you come across a material like this and you can practice this. So far, this is the best I can do. But when I look at it from further away, I can see that this branch is a bit far away. Yeah, that top needs to go a bit in. And maybe some of the parts need to be more separated. And some of the parts need to be better separated. So, what can I do with it? It's usually just a matter of manipulating the branch more and putting the bigger bend in it, moving it closer. Now, this also needs to go a bit lower. And again, I need to go behind the camera and I can better see on the display how it looks in 2D, because it's quite different in the real life. You might think that the tree looks amazing, then you look at the video or the picture and you can see, well, could be done better. And this definitely could be done better, could have been done better. What can I do with it? I definitely don't want to cut it, but I will put even bigger bend in it. And as well these ones. This can go inside. And another look from afar. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Now, I'm going to try and separate the layers a bit more. So, it's very likely that when I've been moving around, I moved some of the branches that I positioned before. So you always have to check before you take the final pictures. So finally, after a couple of days, the tree has been styled for the second time. The next step is to carve this deadwood, but I don't feel like doing it now. It's getting cold and I will wait with it till spring or summer. So let's have a look together how the tree looks after second styling. I am quite happy with it, but I am open to suggestions, so if you have an idea how to improve this tree, don't hesitate and write it down in the comments below. And I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings with today's joke. The world today is such a crazy place, and only thing that helps me to get through the days is to make fun of basically everything. So this is me, and I hope to see you in the next video. I love you all. Bye bye!